April is National Car Care Month, a time in which car owners are advised to monitor their vehicles, driving conditions, and also to perform some routine checks. And this morning, we have Frank Norton of Mr. Transmission Milex. He's here from his store to pass along some tips to you at home. First of all, thanks so much for coming in this morning.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it. So here we are starting a new season, of course, into spring now. What are some things that car owners want to keep in mind before they really get ramped up for any spring or summer travel?
Well, you have to keep in mind that during the winter, when things are cold, transmission fluid, engine oil, everything becomes real thick. Okay. And these are just a couple of filters, and this just gives you an idea that this is just a paper-type filter. Yeah. In the wintertime, when that oil gets thick, that fluid has to be sucked through this, and this is a transmission filter, and it will collapse. So over the wintertime, the fluid, all your fluids become very thick. So in the springtime, it's critical to have the oil change, the transmission fluid changed, all your fluids checked. Yeah. Have your tires checked. Have your brakes checked, because you went through the winter, the brakes have been cold, they've seized. All these things need to be checked in April before you take your car out on your summer trip. Yeah. Now, if you had let's say you had your oil done, let's say just it was done in January, February, maybe you're not due for one yet, is it still wise to maybe get back in and get it checked out, some of those fluids? Absolutely, because before you put your car back on the road for a long road trip or whatever, you've got to have this maintenance done. If you got a check engine light on, don't put it off. Get it checked. Yeah. See what it is. Yeah, what are some other things? I know, obviously the fluids inside your car are vitally important. What are some other things that you typically advise drivers to be aware of, before getting out on the road? You need to have your tires checked, your air pressure in your tires, because during the winter these things deflate. You need to have your brakes checked thoroughly, and that's what we do at Mr. Transmission. We offer a free performance check. We check all these things for you before you go back on the road. Yeah. As far as brakes are concerned, typically how much mileage are you going to get out of a pair of brakes typically? A lot depends on drivers' habits. Yeah. The quality of the brake repairs that are being made to the car. Typically, though, come spring, get it checked again. Yeah. Because you're getting ready to put your family and yourself out on the road and maybe go 600-800 miles. So make sure your car's safe. We know a lot of the things you do want to put into your car, especially before you're on the road. The nice thing is we get an oil change. A lot of times you get the windshield wiper fluid, which sounds simple enough, but it's important if you run into some rain or bad weather. Also, of course, you want to make sure you're gassed up, you're fueled up, your oil. What about things you do not want to put into your car? Okay, now I just brought a cup. There's a lot of additives out there. There's things to make noises go away, and there's fixed things in a can. It doesn't work. Don't use stuff like this. Just not really the long-term solution. What are those, by the way? That's just a warranty seal. Okay. Is all it is. But there's all kinds of additives out there for the engine, for the transmission. Don't use them. More of a Band-Aid than an actual fix? And I brought an owner's manual, because when you buy a car, you pay more for that than you do the actual car. Right. So get into the owner's manual, look and see what's recommended, what products are recommended for your car. So therefore, when you go to get service done, you're using the right stuff. Yeah, great information there. Yeah, worth looking and reading into what you're buying. Absolutely. Even if it's a new car. Well, hey, where can folks find out more about you in case they're interested in stopping by and getting their cars checked out? Well, we're located at 3600 East Independence Boulevard, and we've been there for 30 years. Wow. We offer a complete car care. We can be reached online at thistransmission.com, and you can also like us on our Facebook page. Awesome. Well, hey, we'll get that information up on WBTV.com just as soon as possible. Thanks so much for coming in this morning. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Stick around. We're going to have another interview in studio.